Hey there, it's Joseph, and welcome back to the YouTube channel dedicated to San Miguel de Allende's secrets. And today we're going to talk about Aguas, which is basically potty humor in history. As always, if you need additional information, there's links in the descriptive box below, including a link out to Amazon.com with all 10 books in the best-selling series, San Miguel de Allende's Secrets, for sale. Recently, I took a new to San Miguel de Allende pal out to San Miguel Viejo, where the town originally started, for a nice stroll back to town via the countryside. Unfortunately, it was one of those times when the nearby water treatment plant just released a deluge of sewer water cascading to the lake. Even with pandemic masks on, the smell was so horrifying the entire village stank and our eyes watered profusely. To put the smell in perspective, I raised my kids on a remote barrier island only reached by boat. Until this day, I truly thought nothing smells worse than the marsh at low tide on a hot day, as basically a marsh is the planet's place where all dead things go to decay. The odor of San Miguel de Viejo was worse, reminding me to never buy property a stone's throw from the water treatment plant, and exactly why do we not throw toilet paper down the crapper? Sidebar: Thomas Crapper wonderfully marketed the then modern toilet. Due to his unfortunate last name, Crapper, most assumed he invented the toilet, and Senor Crapper made no effort to correct that rumor. He was truly a super shit-obsessed salesman. Until not that long ago, holes in the ground were the most common Mexican toilet, unless you were rich and had servants to empty your chamber pots. Most servants simply tossed the dirty water out of an upper window, causing those on the street to yell out, "Aguas," meaning dirty water was about to land on your head. To this day, Aguas is a warning of imminent danger. Once I was riding shotgun in a van full of dance-on dancers when we got way too close to the car in front of us, forcing me to yell, "Aguas." The driver was quite impressed I knew what to say to alert him, but near-death experiences give one great clarity. When visiting an old hacienda or home museum, don't hesitate to ask to see the pissing pot, as many were ceramic decorated quite nicely with flowers or Art Deco designs, though nary a virgin or saint for obvious reasons. Don't dump on those that help you. Sidebar: you're likely to notice many toilets lack covers. Those were invented for cold climate dwellers so their tiny heinies wouldn't touch cold porcelain. Mexico doesn't get that cold, so there's no practical use for a toilet seat cover. Back to today's toilet paper-filled trash bins by every toilet. The problem is often not the municipal sewer system that released the odors, but likely the drain pipe between the toilet and the street drain connection. Traditionally, drains from the house to the street use short sections of red clay pipes joined together. Over time, the red clay pipes become porous and rough on the interior surfaces, while joints between the pipe sections break. Also, sidewalls of the clay pipes slowly collapse. Sidebar: during the recent toilet paper shortage in the U.S., Potty became the most imported Mexican brand, opening itself up to a whole new market. The cute dogs probably helped. Modern drainage systems usually use PVC or plastic piping for the drainage of waste. There's usually less clogging and a smoother waste flow, but there are other factors that affect the movement of waste along the length of a drain pipe. The slope or inclination of the pipe impacts how water flows. If too steep, the water flows quickly down through the pipe. However, elements of waste could become stuck on the side and the pipe, and it becomes the point of future toilet paper to hang on to. Also, the inclination is important to keep waste in the pipe wet and liquid to lubricate and promote its slow but constant movement along the pipe's length. Unless you've Superman-esque X-ray vision, don't assume what types of piping comes from your house or how they were laid. My home is only about a decade old, but I know way too much about the plumbing. I learned that when there was a blockage, my little laundry room smells like Satan's water closet. After much trial and error, the plumbers learned the problem was coming from me or my neighbor. More digging in the street led to finding the blockage a massive amount of used condoms. Suffice to say, the plumbers teased me unmercifully, and I can take a joke, particularly if it makes me appear studly. I also knew, like the swan, I tend to mate for life and have no use for birth control beyond age. My neighbor's house is a rental and frequent home for weekend parties. I've asked the house next door's owner to place signs asking folks not to flush condoms, but, not surprisingly, she was mortified at the whole notion. Suffice to say, there are plenty of good reasons not to flush your paperwork or most anything else beyond Aguas. As always, feel free to click the subscribe button below, and you'll get automatic notifications of new movies as they premiere here on the YouTube channel dedicated to San Miguel de Allende secrets.